Thank you so much. For the past 3 years, it's been my good fortune to sit next to John Lewis on the dais of the Ways and Means Committee. His warmth, his humility, his lack of bitterness after all that he endured were truly extraordinary. His decades of service touched so many lives. With his multi-volume graphic novel, March, he found a way to reach a younger audience with his enduring message of struggle, hope, and love. Reading it to my own grandchildren, they were hooked early when John talked about the fact that as a young boy he preached to his chickens, and that is how he became the great orator that we know him as being. He noted that they would never quite say amen. The dedication in March reads, "To the past and future children of the movement." Not just this work, but his entire life's work were dedicated to the past and future children of the movement. For all that you have done for all our children, John, we say amen. John knew that America could not call itself a democracy until everyone could cast a ballot, and that the struggle for voting rights was the struggle for democracy itself. He dedicated himself to completing the promise of the Declaration of Independence as he exhorted the crowd down the mall here at the Lincoln Memorial at the March on Washington to get in and stay in the streets of every city, every village and hamlet of this nation until true freedom comes, until the revolution of 1776 is complete. And again in 2015, as he annually commemorated that march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, John asked, "Get out there and push and pull until we redeem the soul of America." John Lewis worked so tirelessly to get in good trouble. When the LBJ Foundation from Austin awarded him with the Liberty and Justice for All Award, I learned that he had experienced over 40 arrests, physical attacks, and serious injuries. But then I had seen, sitting next to him, some of the marks on his balding head of those very attacks. Through it all, he maintained that good trouble was what America really needed. There will never be a time when America can afford to forget the legacy of John Lewis. He fought so long, so selflessly to advance our democracy, and he called the right to vote sacred. We honor his tireless labor by picking up the baton and voting. We honor his legacy when we vote and enable more of our friends and neighbors to do the same. John Lewis now rests, but we cannot. Inspired by his sacrifice, we must continue his struggle. No one can ever replace him, but no one person must. There are so many who share John Lewis's dream, and we will grow our numbers, and when we do, we will overcome. I yield back.